Call Loimla, Alhayina Yahawa, Bashim Yahawashah, Mashiach, Wamalaki, Bashim Hawa, Kapudash, Barakatham, Water Bible Ball, Kwam Yasharam. Double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of great news from the Pete David. To the men out there teaching our likewise doctrine and saying Shalom. Then we're gonna get into this recording. We found these Amalekites, they ratted each other out. They I don't know if it was leaked or whatever, but we got some information. It's from the brothers page, Arrows of Indignation 144. I suggest you brothers and sisters subscribe to it, be edified. But yeah, I was scrolling through the feed, and in this Amalekite, he was basically saying how they gonna organize blackouts and try to come after the Israelites for extermination, the ones that they know that are in the know. So that is a heads up to you brothers and sisters out there. Be on the lookout for it. Stay prayed up. Now is not the time to slack off because these Amalekites they about to move him and Esau. But we're gonna see what's gonna happen. How gonna, the Lord be with y'all, and us as well. So let's get Job chapter 9, verse 24. The earth is given to the hand of the wicked. Cover the faces of the judges thereof, if not where and who is he? That's why so much wickedness is alive, because Esau, his dumb ass is in rulership right now. Now, let's get this video real quick. All right, and it says, some of us would die for the testimony of Yahweh shall listen to this video and take it seriously. That's what it says. Let's go.
Project Pogo is about the YouTube gatekeepers, how they are all agents. They're all paid to put out truthful information so that they can tag, track, and ID the people that are watching the videos and giving them likes and giving them comments. They're tracking all of it. Project Zypher is a different project, and that's what I'll talk about in a bit. That is the second stage here. That is coming up. And that is the extermination. They're going to exterminate these people, whether it is tag them for anti-Semitic speech, charge them with crimes, eliminate them completely. And this is where I'll talk about in the documents where they talk about guillotines, viral.
See, that's the wicked right there. See, the devil's about to show his horns because the truth is coming out and turning his glory into shame. And I told y'all a long time ago, this man loves to lie, but hates being called a liar. He loves to murder, but hates being called a murderer. He loves to steal, but hates being called a thief. And then when you don't believe his lies, he wants to murder you. That's why he's going to be exterminated out of the planet. See, that's one of the things Amalek and Esau didn't understand because they are base men. It ain't about what you want no more. It's all about the will of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. Now, it's true that some of us will be beheaded or whatever for this truth, and we fully accept that. But we still fighting because regardless of what these idiots do, they still going into captivity. And ain't nothing they can do to change that because it is the will of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. Now let's get Second Maccabees, chapter 7, verse 31. And though that hast been the author of all mischief against the Hebrews shall not escape the hands of Yahweh. See, they ain't going to work. Psalm chapter 73, verse 4. He shall judge the poor of the people. He shall save the children of the needy and shall break in pieces the oppressor. Proverbs chapter 11, verse 18. The wicked worketh a deceitful work, but to him that soweth righteousness shall be a sure reward. Now let's let it play some more. Let's see. This is why they're getting sloppy right now. This is the book of Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 8. Shall I not in that day, saith the Lord, even destroy the wise men out of Edom and understanding out of the mount of Esau? That's why they're sloppy. That's why all these other nations turning against them. That's why the dollar is dead. That's why these other nations are about to bomb this bitch, because they tired of Esau and Amalek, aka the fake Jew. And all you YouTubers, all you YouTube agents that working at YouTube, the Lord gonna get y'all asses too, because y'all doing the work of Esau / Amalek, aka the fake Jew. So yeah, you can do your job, get paid, whatever. But the Lord gonna get y'all too, because y'all contributing to the work of wickedness, which y'all already know. Half of y'all probably already wicked anyway, so it's right up your alley to be destroyed with these people. Now, let me see what this scripture is. Let's get 2 Thessalonians chapter 1, verse 5, which is a manifest token of the righteous judgment of Yahweh, that ye may be counted worthy of the kingdom of Yahweh, for which ye also suffer. Verse 6, seeing it is a righteous thing with Yahweh to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you. See? Verse 7, and to you who are troubled rest with us, when the Lord Yahweh shall reveal from the heaven with his mighty angels. See, we ain't got to worry about these people really, because we have a God. They don't. And our God has an army. He does not. They cannot. These people still trying to figure out how to scratch a chariot, let alone shoot it down. These people, they brag and boast because the Lord has pumped their pride up to the point that they feel like they can't be defeated. Let me see. Psalm chapter 55, Psalm chapter 58, verse 2. Yet in heart you work wickedness, you weigh the violence of your hands in the earth. Isaiah chapter 26, verse 10, that favor be shown to the wicked, yet will not learn righteousness. In the land of uprightness will he deal unjustly, and will not behold the majesty of the Lord Yahweh.
Attacks, targeted, how they're going to eliminate these people without too much suspicion, without too many people noticing. But here's the problem. As I read the documents, I can see I have documents from 4 years ago, I have documents from 2 years ago, and then I have documents from 3 months ago. So there's a progression in the timeline as the projects change. And Project Zypher has changed. In the beginning, they were talking a lot about, okay, we are going to infect these people with a virus that imitates the flu virus. They're going to eliminate them in various ways that would not be suspicious. In the documents I have now.
See, but y'all dumbass still trusting in this vaccine. When this man just admitted these people trying to kill you. Zechariah chapter 11, verse 5, whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. See, and they that sell them say, blessed be the Lord Yahweh, for I am rich. And that's exactly how they feel, because they think the Lord is on their side. And their own shepherds pity them not. That means you so-called black leaders, y'all still kissing Esau's ass instead of looking out for your own people. Y'all will get destroyed as well. Genesis chapter 9, verse 6. Whoso sheddeth man's blood, by man shall his blood be shed. For the image of Yahweh made he man. Numbers chapter 35, verse 19. The revenger of blood himself shall slay the murderer. When he meeteth him, he shall slay him.
Now, from 3 months ago, they are saying the amount of people they have to eliminate is too large. It is too many. We are talking about millions of Americans.
See, now how these idiots think they just gonna murder millions of Americans and it's gonna go unnoticed. See how stupid these people are? Psalm chapter 94, verse 21, they gather themselves together against the soul of the righteous and condemn the innocent blood. Proverbs chapter 1, verse 11. If they say, come with us, let us lay wait for blood. Let us lurk privily for the innocent without cause. See? Proverbs chapter 1, verse 16, for their feet run to evil to make haste to shed blood. Proverbs chapter 6, verse 16. These 6 things that the Lord hates, yes, 7 are an abomination unto him. 7 means completion. Verse 17. A proud look, a lying tongue, and hands that shed innocent blood. Obadiah chapter 1, verse 15. For the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen. As thou hast done, it shall also be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thine own head. Yes, sir. Sirach chapter 27, verse 27. He that worketh mischief, it shall fall upon him, and he shall not know whence it cometh. See, they telling us that they plans, but they don't know the Lord's plans for them. They always say you want to make the Lord laugh, tell him what you got in store. So we ain't worried about these people. Yeah, he gonna get some of us, but he ain't gonna get the ones, he only gonna get the ones that the Lord don't want. He ain't gonna get the elect. Sirach chapter 27, verse 30. Malice and wrath, even these are abominations, and the sinful man shall have both. See, that's why Trump, when he first announced that he was running for office for 2024, was the first thing he said he wanted to bring out? Firing squads, guillotines. See, weapons of death. That's all these people know. That's all these people understand. He didn't offer you lower taxes, better roads, better schools. No, he offered you death. But y'all still can't get enough of Trump TV. Y'all still believe in it. Y'all ain't got enough. Y'all didn't have enough of Trump the first time. So y'all stupid enough to re-elect him. Hey, you stupid enough to get what he's about to give you.
And this is where we see their plans are changing. And they are going to initiate something that is devastating and that is extremely frightening. Based on what I can see in the documents, we're talking about power outages along with a purge. They're going to come in, they're going to take you out of your home, and they're going to put you into a military vehicle or whatever, a van, and drive you away and place you into a camp. It is a very, very big operation that they're planning. It is millions of Americans. They will do it under the cover of night, under the cover of blackness, during one of these planned blackouts. The blackouts are based on documents. I'm just looking at it right now. They have a 3-day blackout. They have a nationwide blackout that lasts 2 days, and a lot of localized blackouts. So it is a whole series of blackouts that they're going to do. And of course, it will be blamed on all kinds of things. They might blame it on Iran. I have seen that mentioned in the document.
See how they conjuring up. They're gonna tell you it's a cyber attack, and then they're gonna blame it on another country. That's all they do is lie on people. See, but these are the people of the Lord, right? Mm-hmm. These people are pathetic, man. Sad as hell. Because they want to be us so bad they're willing to murder to keep their lie alive. What kind of sad nation of people is that? Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse 7. For Yahweh will put all these curses upon your enemies and on them that hate you, which persecuted you. Obadiah chapter 1, verse 10. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. This is how proud these people are. Psalms chapter 49, verse 11. Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own name. See, they think they just gonna steal land and pass it down, steal land, pass it down. They gonna always be in power. That's the pride of these people. That pride has deceived thee. thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rocks, roughly paraphrasing the scripture. Psalm chapter 10, verse 6. He has said in his heart, I shall not be moved, for I shall never be in adversity. That's what he thinks. But this is what's really going on. Sirach chapter 10, verse 8. Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches gotten by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. That's why they're so hot. That's why they're so eager to try to eliminate somebody, try to take out the Lord's people, because he knows that the kingdom is being translated back to us, regardless of what this dude do. He gonna bite, kick, scratch, cry, all the way to them chains. 2 Ezra chapter 8, verse 50. For many great miseries shall be done to them in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride. This is great pride. You think you just eliminate the Lord's people and he cool with that? Y'all, you people are crazy as hell. Book of Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 16. For as ye have drunk upon my holy mountain, the nation of Israel, so shall all the heathen drink continually. Yeah, they shall drink, and they shall swallow down, and they shall be as though they had not been. Talking about the heathen that was always over us. Now we finna be over y'all. Verse 17. But upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance, and these shall be holiness, and the house of Jacob shall possess their possessions. Everything you people stole, you Amalekites and you Edomites, you're gonna get it back plus some. Let me see. Ecclesiastes chapter 8, verse 13. But it shall not be well with the wicked, neither shall he prolong his days which are as a shadow, because he fears not before your house. See, they think they're gonna continue on. No, but y'all about to go on them chains. The book of Isaiah, chapter 28, verse 15. Because ye have said, we have made a covenant with death, and with hell are we at agreement. When the overflowing scourge shall pass through, it shall not come unto us. This is how these Amalekites and these Edomites think. For we have made lies our refuge, and under falsehood have we hid ourselves. Yeah, they made lies their refuge. They lie about everything to take the heat off of them. It's always somebody else's fault. They always blaming the shit they do on other people, and they under falsehood have they hid themselves. Every country they go in, they take on the identity of that particular indigenous people. They think just because they move somewhere now if they move to Hawaii, they are Samoans. If they move to South Africa, they're South Africans. No, that's not how it goes. But that's how this fugitive, that's how he moves. Where you live at does not determine your nationality. Your bloodline does. It doesn't matter where you live at. Your nationality does not change. Let's get some more
documents. They've already prepped people for this. There are going to be more blackouts. There are already predictive programming. So we may see more of this as we go on. As far as I can tell from Project Zephyr or Zephyr, they are planning this next year and the year after. They are not done tagging, tracking, and identifying everyone. It looks like they're at about 78%. I looked in the documents and there were a couple of indications of how far along they feel in the project is. They're like 78% done, but they're not completely done. It does take time to identify a YouTube account and then track it to the email that it was created with and then IP address and then find out who created it. It does take them a lot of time to do that. It is not instant. It does take a lot of research because a lot of people create a YouTube account with an email address that doesn't give any indication of who they are, an account name that doesn't have their full name on it. They don't use their real pictures. So it is a challenge for them, and that's why the project has been going on for so long. But it is coming to a close. In the next 6 months to a year, it appears it is coming to a close, and that is when Project Zypher will be initiated. So I have some notes here. I'm going to continue on, talk a little bit more about. Right. They're being tracked. They're being identified. That's the whole point. A lot of people have said, well, why are some of these YouTube channels allowed to exist? Why are they allowed to so openly talk about the truth? And some of you might know Adam Green, No More News, and there are a whole bunch of others, and they're very, very open about Zionism, and they're very honest about it. And they're telling the truth. I mean, they are telling the truth. They're not hiding anything. They're not.
See there? I'm glad they finally admitted that we were telling the truth. Thank you for not calling us liars. Bastards. Proverbs chapter 6, verse 17, verse 16. These 6 things doth the Lord hate, yet 7 are an abomination: a proud look, a lying tongue, and hands that shed innocent blood. These people are guilty of all 3. So how can they be the Lord's people?
Disinfo. They're not putting disinfo out there. But as far as I know, they are part. I mean, they're all a part of this operation. I can't.
Sirach chapter 12, verse 10. Never trust thine enemy, for like his iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Proverbs chapter 29, verse 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. Proverbs chapter 14, verse 17. He that is angry dealeth foolishly. That's these people. And the man of wicked devices is hated. That's these people. Proverbs chapter 14, verse 25. A true witness delivereth souls, but a deceitful witness speaketh lies. That's these people. Don't get it twisted. Psalm chapter 58, verse 3. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. As soon as they learn how to talk, they lie. That's these people. Psalm chapter 31, verse 18. Let the lying lips be put to silence, which speak grievous things proudly and contemptuously against the righteous. All they do is lie on us. Isaiah chapter 32, verse 7. The instruments of the churl, which is a mean-spirited, wicked person, are evil. He devises wicked devices to destroy the poor with lying words, even when the needy speaketh right. That's these people. But they're the Lord's people, right? How many times did the Bible address them as being the wicked? See, the Lord gives characteristics of nations, of peoples, and they fit all these characteristics. Psalm chapter 52, verse 3, thou livest evil more than good, and lying rather than to speak righteousness alone. That's these people. Job chapter 15, verse 35, they conceive mischief and bring forth vanity, and their belly prepareth deceit. 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11, that Satan should get an advantage of us, for we're not ignorant of his devices. 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 13, but evil men and seducers shall wax worse and worse, deceiving and being deceived. See, they deceiving because you heard what he said that they got planned. Cyber attacks, well, not cyber attacks, but blackouts, and they're gonna blame it on Iran and all this other shit. But see, the Lord is deceiving them because they actually think they're gonna get away with this shit. Proverbs chapter 21, verse 10, the soul of the wicked desire of evil. His neighbor findeth no favor in his eyes. Proverbs chapter 14, verse 16, A wise man feareth and departeth from evil, but the fool rageth and is confident. See, that's these people. That's that pride. And this is why they will be destroyed. Proverbs chapter 29, verse 27. An unjust man is an abomination to the just, and he that is upright in the way is an abomination to the wicked. We both can't stay here. That's why they would be exterminated at the end of their captivity. Exactly. See, that's the spirit right here. Psalm chapter 94, verse 20. What I just said. We both can't stay here. Psalm chapter 94, verse 20. Shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which frameth mischief by law? The answer is hell no. That's why they getting the hell on up out of here. Oh, okay. Right. Sirach chapter, Sirach, this is Ecclesiastes chapter 8, verse 11. Because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil. And the Lord got you right where he wants you at, all prideful. Like you can't be defeated. That's how he wants your mind state. So when he crush you, he gonna break your heart. And we're gonna break your ass. Ecclesiastes chapter 8, verse 12. Though a sinner do evil 100 times and his days be prolonged, yet surely I know it shall be well with them that fear Yahweh and fear before him. Verse 13. But it shall not be well with the wicked, neither shall he prolong his days in terms of shadow, because he feareth not before Yahweh. Proverbs chapter 21, verse 7. The robbery of the wicked shall destroy them because they refuse to do judgment. At least not righteous judgment. That shit they be having up in the courtrooms is not justice. That is favoritism. That is white privilege and white supremacy. Proverbs chapter 29, verse 12. If a ruler hearkens to lies, all his servants are wicked. Now you got the whole United States government working for these fake Jews. So how do you expect the U.S. government to be a righteous institution? Stop it. Second Ezra chapter 6, verse 9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Psalm chapter 28, verse 3. Draw me not away with the wicked and with the workers of iniquity, which speak peace to their neighbor, but mischief is in their hearts. See, that's these people. Let's get some more.
Can't say specifically if Adam Green is a part of it or not, but I would assume possibly he is. He's probably been guaranteed a lot of money. He's probably been promised a lot of things. He could be a Freemason. He could be a part of their operation. He could be an agent. I don't know. I have no idea. It is total speculation on my part. I have no idea. All I know is this is part of the operation, what they want to do. His channel would fit into the MO. It is an example I'm giving. He is there to tag, track, and ID. Not him specifically, but the people behind the operation who are doing all the research and all the people who are commenting and viewing and liking. They want to know who they are. They want to know where they live, and they are going to eliminate them at a date in the future. Completely eliminate them. This is going way beyond the idea of passing laws to ban speech, which they're already doing. They've done it in America already, but not very aggressively, and we will see more legislation of that nature. But they want to completely eliminate these people because they do stand in the way of the agenda. There are too many people that are waking up. It is way too many for them to handle. They're starting.
Says way too many people waking up. Let's give a scripture. We'll go to Google. Too many people waking up. Let's see what the scripture say about us waking up. This is the book of Baruch, chapter 2, verse 30. For I knew that they would not hear me because it is a stiff-necked people. But in the land of their captivities, they shall remember themselves. Verse 31. And shall know that I am the Lord, Yahweh their power, for I will give them an heart and ears to hear. Verse 32. And they shall praise me in the land of their captivity and think upon my name. Verse 33. And return from their stiff neck and from their wicked deeds, for they shall remember the way of their fathers with sin before the Lord. Yeah, we waking up, dumbass. Waking up just in time to put your ass in captivity, Yahweh. You will be exterminated. You don't believe it? Let's go to the book of Obadiah. Yeah, man, this shit getting old. These people are stupid, and we get tired of just dealing with these people because these are not a people. I don't know what they are. This is the book of Obadiah, verse 18. And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau a stubble, and they shall kindle in them and devour them. And there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord Yahweh has spoken it. None of you motherfuckers, excuse my French, that's all they know is wickedness and lying and theft and murder. The Lord used you all to punish us. We're at the end of our punishment. We got to come off. So there'll be no use for you after you rebuild our kingdom for free with no construction equipment, no cranes, no machines, no electric screwdrivers, no sunscreen. We don't give a damn. You're gonna do it with your bare goddamn hands. That's what these people want. They think they the Lord, man. They think they get to dictate who lives and dies. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 4. Who opposes and exalts himself above all that is called Yahweh, or that is worship, so that he is Yahweh, sitting in the temple of Yahweh, showing himself he is Yahweh. Man, got a God complex, man. This shit go all the way back to Cain. Cain didn't want to listen to no instruction, and all his people don't either. Yeah, they front like that, but these people they don't want to follow the Lord because they think they know better than the Lord. How stupid can you be? Psalm chapter 73, verse 6. Therefore, pride compasseth them about as a chain, violence covers them as a garment. Yeah, where they go, they'll follow, they get in their feelings. Nobody goes to jail. Verse 7, their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than the heart could wish. And that's why they dumbasses about to destroy their own kingdom, because everything ain't enough for these people. Verse 8, they are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak loftily. You heard them just now. You heard the pride in his voice. It sounded like he just got this thing sold up. He didn't count on the monkey wrenches and Lord Yahweh shouldn't have shot about throwing your plan. You didn't take into consideration the chariots. You didn't take into consideration 144,000 mighty men, the super soldiers of Yahweh shouldn't have shot, the elect. You didn't think about that. Verse 9, they set their mouth against the heavens, and their tongue walking through the earth, through their media. They lying ass media, to their lying ass politicians. Verse 12, behold, these are the ungodly who prosper in the world, they increase in riches. Jude chapter 1, verse 8. Likewise, also these filthy dreamers defile the flesh, despise dominion, and speak evil of dignities. Everything decent they hate, but everything wicked they love. See, Micah chapter 2, verse 1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand. Why? Because the earth was given to the hand of the wicked. Job chapter 9, verse 24. Verse 2. And they covered fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man in his house, even a man in his heritage. Sound about right. Daniel chapter 8, verse 25. And through his policy also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand, and he shall magnify himself in his heart, and by peace shall destroy many. He gonna earn your trust, and that's when he gonna take you out. You don't believe me? Ask some people that's died from the jab. And by peace shall destroy many. He shall also stand against the prince of princes, but he shall be broken without hand. That lets you know right there. This man gonna try to fight the Lord. How stupid can you be? That stupid. See what else. Yep, Job chapter 30, verse 8. They were the children of fools, children of base men. They were violent in the earth. Obadiah chapter 1, verse 2. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised. Sound about right. Sounds very accurate. Isaiah chapter 10, verse 1. Woe to them that decree unrighteous decrees and that write grievousness which they prescribe. All these unrighteous laws. Proverbs chapter 26, verse 25. When he speaketh fair, believeth him not. For there are 7 abominations in his heart. He's completely wicked. 7 means completion. Verse 26. Whose hatred is covered by deceit, his wickedness shall be shown before the whole congregation. I mean, the whole planet. Everybody gonna see this dude for who he is. The fake Jew. The, the, the so-called white man. Jeremiah chapter 49, verse 10. But I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren, and his neighbor, and he is not. Proverbs chapter 7, verse 14. Behold, he travaileth with iniquity. He hath conceived mischief and brought forth falsehood. Just lying, lying, lying. It seems like to me, after 2,000 years of lying, you should be a pro at it by now. But you just getting sloppy as hell. What? While that practice, while that playing time with you should be the slam dunk champion of lies right now. But you still on the bench, baby. 2,000 years and you still a sloppy liar. Come on, man. We gave you more credit than that. You supposed to be an apex liar by now. You still on the B team, homie. Get your line up. It's like that meme I seen the other day. We deserve better psyops. Y'all getting sloppy, man. Y'all supposed to be the line champions of the universe, man. You had 2,000 years of practice. But I guess, the prophecies are coming true. The Lord is stripping you from your left-handed wisdom. Now you just looking bad out here. You'll be all right. I mean, man, you supposed to be a line pro by now, man. 2,000 years of practice, and we still catching you in lies. Okay. Mm-mm. Don't understand, G. What else I got? Oh, here's a nice one. Psalm chapter 137, verse 8. O daughter of Babylon, who ought to be destroyed, happy shall he be that rewarded thee as thou hast served us. Remember alligator bait? Mm-hmm. Lynching? Shit. Uh, Pulling people over, murdering them for broken tail lights. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Verse 9. Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stones. And that's literal. All the male Edomites will be exterminated. That's the only way to exterminate the bloodline. You have to take out the males. Females will be used for breeding because you are your father's seed. You can have an Israelite child through a heathen woman, and they will still be Israelites. You don't believe me? Read about Jacob. Uh, 12 of his sons came out of 4 heathen women, yet they were Israelites. The book of Sirach, chapter 14, verse 8. An envious man had a wicked eye and turneth away his face and despiseth men. That's these people all day. They talk a good one in your face, but behind your back, they hate your goods just because of your bloodline, because they know the prophecy. They know the Bible is true. They can't stand the thought of you being over them. It ain't about what you want no more, homie. Verse 9, a covetous man's eye is not satisfied with his portion, and the iniquity of the wicked drieth up his soul. And that's literal. All these secrets coming out. Ezekiel chapter 28, verse 3. Behold, thou art wiser than Daniel. There is no secret that they can hide from thee. The Lord already know what y'all gonna do because he putting y'all up to do it, dummies. These people still don't realize they're the biggest tool in the box. You will be used to punish us. We got to come out punishment though. You will be used to destroy your own kingdom, and you will be used to build ours for free. And after that, ain't no more use for you. It's gonna take 1,000 years for you to do it, but we believe in you, baby. Then after that, ain't no more use for you. Isaiah chapter 29, verse 15. Woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from the Lord, and their works are in the dark, and they say, who seeth us and who knoweth us? They think they sneaky like that. These fools don't know the Lord. The Lord's eyes are 10,000 times brighter than the sun. He got angels watching everything. Stupid. Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up in him is not upright in him. Something wrong with that guy. But the just shall live by his faith. Verse 5. Yeah, also he transgresses by wine. He is a proud man. Neither keepeth at home. That's why he got 754 military bases worldwide to force these nations to use his dollar, which is coming to an end. Who enlarges his desire is hell, and is a deaf and cannot be satisfied. Everything ain't enough for this clown. But gather unto him all nations and equal to him all people. Let's come together with this one world religion. All this bullshit. Man, y'all can have it. We got our God. Y'all can have it, the bullshit gods. They tried to do this shit before. Because they know if we go off worshiping other gods, the Lord will not be with us. And that's what they want. So they can be over us. Those days are over, homie. Get ready to get on the bottom and stay there. Psalm chapter 14, verse 1. To the chief musician, a psalm of David, the fool has said in his heart, there is no Yahweh. They are corrupt. They have done abominable works. There is none that doeth good. These Edomites, these Amalekites, these fake Jews. See, when the line don't work for them, now they want to resort to murder. Check this out, though. This is what the Lord gonna do. Since you telling us what you gonna do, listen what the Lord gonna do. This is Jeremiah chapter 16, verse 16. Behold, I will send for many fishers, saith the Lord, and they shall fish them. The many teachers out teaching on the highways and byways, doing these video epistles, waking up the children of Israel, the 12 lost tribes. And after will I send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain and from every hill. A mountain is a large government. A hill is a small government representing the larger countries, the superpowers like the United States, Russia, and China. The smaller hills are the lesser countries, the allies, the BRICS. We start over. Behold, I will send for many fishers, saith the Lord Yahweh, and they shall fish them, and after that, and after will I send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain and from every hill, them bunkers too. Y'all ain't going nowhere. And out of the holes of the rocks. So you need to scribble that in your plan to run from the 144,000 because they're gonna be on your ass while you making plans. The Lord making plans too to take you stupid motherfuckers out. Now they did mention this in their video. You said they gonna get some of us. They gonna get some of us, yeah. But we got to be willing to accept that regardless. Matthew chapter 24, verse 9. Well, we can start at 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye are not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. Verse 7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. Verse 8. All of these are the beginning of sorrow. Verse 9. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. He's gonna get some of the Israelites, but he's not gonna get the elect. And even if he do get you, you're gonna be one of the first resurrected in the new bodies, immortal, coming back immortal with the Lord Yahweh Shah to put foot to ass. So it's a win-win situation. You should be tired of this place anyway. I am. So yeah, if they get you, you still win because you come back with the Lord as an immortal God and put foot to ass until He say stop. Psalm chapter 2, verse 18. Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance, and the uttermost parts of the earth for thy possession. We get the earth back because it was created for us anyway. We just went off worshiping other gods. So we got put on punishment, got put into slavery. But it's over, damn near. And y'all is about to begin. That go for Esau, that go for Amalek, and all you other heathen nations. Verse 9. Thou shalt break them with a rod of iron. Thou shalt dash them into pieces like a potter's vessel. Revelation chapter 13, verse 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear. Verse 10. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here's the patience and the faith of the saints. Revelation chapter 2, verse 26. He that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations. Verse 27. And he shall rule them with a rod of iron, as the vessel of a potter shall be broken to shivers, even as I received of my Father. Psalm chapter 149, verse 6. That the high praises of Yahweh be in their mouth and a two-edged sword in their hand. Verse 7. To execute vengeance on the heathen and punishments upon the people. Verse 8. To bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron. Verse 9. To execute upon them the judgment written. This honor have all his saints. Praise ye the Lord. Isaiah chapter 14, verse 21. Prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. Now who's gonna get executed, exterminated? Why you talking all that shit? Proverbs chapter 19, verse 21. There are many devices in a man's heart, nevertheless, the counsel of the Lord Yahweh, that shall stand. If it's not in the Lord's will, it's not gonna happen. Amalek. Psalm chapter 21, verse 11. For they intended evil against thee. They imagine a mischievous device which they are not able to perform. Job chapter 5, we're going with verses 12 and 13. He disappointed the devices of the crafty, so their hands could not perform their enterprise. He taketh the wise in their own craftiness, and the counsel of the froward is carried headlong. See, you want to make the Lord laugh, you tell him what you got planned. Psalms chapter 33, verse 10. The Lord Yahweh bringeth the counsel of the heathen to naught. He maketh the devices of the people of none effect. Zechariah chapter 2, verse 8. For thus saith the Lord of hosts, and hosts mean armies, the chariots. After the glory hath sent me unto the nations which spoiled you, for he that touches you touches the apple of his eye. And that's the Israelites, you so-called blacks, Native Americans, Hispanics, and Latinos. That's who Amalek, the fake Jew, wants. So his dumb ass think he can kill all the real Israelites. Then he can carry on his wickedness as proclaiming to be the Lord's people. What kind of idiot is this? Oh, let me get a couple of scriptures, then we can close because I mean, this must be that 2024 stupid that ain't came out yet. Get these people from Moab, your ass in trouble too, aka Chinese, Taiwanese, Koreans. Y'all are the nation of Moab. You Ammonites, you in trouble too. All you nations are in trouble. But I'm just gonna read about Moab and Esau. Ooh, and the Japanese, aka the Ammonites. So let's get Ezekiel chapter 25, verses 10. We're gonna read on down. Unto the men of the east with the Ammonites, Japanese, and will give them in possession, that the Ammonites may not be remembered among the nations. They're about to be scattered, just like we were scattered. Verse 11, and I will execute judgments upon Moab, Chinese, Koreans, and you Taiwanese. And they shall know that I am the Lord. Verse 12, thus saith the Lord power, because that Edom hath dealt against the house of Judah by taking vengeance, and have greatly offended and revenged himself upon them. Verse 13, therefore, thus saith the Lord power, I will stretch out mine hand upon Edom and will cut off man and beast from it, and I will make it desolate from Teman, and they of Dedan shall fall by the sword. Teman and Dedan, they were cities or towns inhabited by Edomites. You are people before you are placed. This particular scripture, he's talking about the inhabitants of those towns, not the actual towns. So the people of these towns were Edomites. Verse 14, one of my personal favorites. And I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel, and they shall do in Edom according to mine anger and according to mine fury, and they shall know my vengeance, saith the Lord Yahweh. So Amalek, Esau, yeah, you told us what you want to do. Yeah, it sounds nice and everything, but if it's not in the Lord's will, it's not going to happen. But I'm going to tell you what is in the Lord's will. You destroying your own kingdom, you building a house of free, and your ass getting thrown to the fire. To the book of Obadiah, chapter 1 and verse 18. So, after your 1,000 years, deuces, baby. Damn sure ain't gonna miss your punk ass. Call all you lala, how you now with your Howard, by Shim Howard Shai Mashiach, while Malaki, by Shim Howard, Pakodash, Barak, Thumb, the water about the bar, from Yashiraba. Shalom.